Hey guys,
welcome to the hunt.
Happy Valentine's Day! Today we're going to give you some relationship advice from our animal friends, of course.
Because we suck at them.
We all know the association of turtle doves and lovebirds with romance, but today we're going to talk about the lesser known romantics.
So, whether you're in a relationship or not, listen up, you might just learn a thing or two.
Number 10. The Grey Wolf. The grey wolf is generally monogamous, which means not until death do they part. The wolf pack normally consists of a family with parents and their offspring, and they will defend each other ferociously. If a partner dies, well, they do tend to move on quite fast, and a pair is established as soon as possible. Lone wolves will mate with daughters of already established packs and are rightfully termed Casanova wolves. Grey wolves practice alloparental care, which means that a pair will adopt cubs of another, and in some cases a man cub. Next time someone tells you that homosexuality isn't natural, here's a fun fact. Male grey wolves are known to mount each other.
Number 9. The Termite. The termite mound is said to be the ultimate depiction of monarchy. It comprises of a king, a queen, and their kingdom. Termites are said to stay with the same mate for a lifetime and up to 20 years in some species. Raising a family is obviously hard, I think. I obviously don't know. But anyway, imagine raising a whole colony. This requires both parents to do their fair share of family chores. But here's the catch. Recent research has proved that this is all just a huge scandal. Termite pairs often engage in physical violence, and if you're curious about what kind of physical violence, they eat up each other's antennae. Relationships often end in heartbreaking divorce. Cheating is also quite common within termite pairs. Males actively seek out other females, and females are known to invite strange men into their logs. Relationship crisis occurs only because termite pairs form in less than 2 hours. And it's never a good idea to rush into a relationship, or so I'm told.
Number 8. Seahorses. The seahorse is perhaps the most romantic creature of the animal kingdom. Seahorses reinforce their bonds every morning. They approach each other first thing in the morning, and while they do so, they change color. They then participate in an elaborate dance and sometimes are seen moving around with their tails entwined with each other. Male seahorses take their paternal duties to an all-new level. Seahorses are the only animals where the male actually gets pregnant. Yup, you heard it. During the courtship dance, the male pumps water through his pouch to show his emptiness to the female. She then deposits her eggs in his pouch and he self-fertilizes them. You may think that seahorses make the perfect partners, but they do cheat sometimes.
Number 7. The French angelfish. Fidelity isn't common in fishes, but the French angelfish are an exception. They mate for life. These fish are always seen in pairs. They would remind you of that couple who do everything together. They are known to be extremely territorial and they aggressively defend their homes and each other. Rumor has it that if they get separated, they would die of loneliness.
Number 6. The Prairie vole. Love really does change your brain, at least if you're a prairie vole. Unlike other rodents, the prairie vole forms exclusive pair bonds. They even huddle and cuddle together. The pair shares both nesting and parental responsibilities. Both males and females will aggressively defend each other and fight with any single males or females that approach them. These little creatures are being extensively studied by neuroscientists to understand committed relationships in human beings. A study showed that the presence of the hormones vasopressin and oxytocin increase fidelity in animals.
Number 5. The albatross. This giant seabird mimics human dating rituals and has fairy tale romances that we all dream of. These birds take a really long time to reach sexual maturity. In some species it takes up to 10 years, and even after finding a mate, they don't rush into the relationship. When subadults first start coming to breeding colonies, they sit back and learn from their elders about the species' elaborate mating rituals. These mating rituals include dancing, preening, pointing, staring, and vocalization. After years of trial and error, these birds start to participate in these elaborate mating rituals. They first dance with many partners and then they select one partner to stay with for the rest of their lives. Once albatrosses have chosen their mates, they are said to develop their own unique language, and also they're very committed parents.
Number 4. Hornbills. Hornbills are symbols of the perfect parents. Hornbills mate for life, and their nesting ritual is like a crazy trust exercise. Hornbills use cavities in a tree as nesting sites, and they will usually return to the same nesting site every year. Both the male and the female first seal off the opening to the cavity with mud, feces, and fruit pulp. The opening is just large enough for the female to enter, and once she does, the male seals her off completely and has to totally depend on her partner to bring food for her and the chicks eventually. Once the chicks are big enough, the mother breaks out, and both parents take chances delivering food to the chicks.
Number 3. The cockroach. Yep, you heard me. The cockroach. This household pest is known to be a very faithful insect. Wood-feeding cockroaches are said to be socially monogamous. They are also known to live in joint families and communicate with each other. They share food just like in a joint family. A female will kick away any strange male that approaches her.
Number 2. The Azara's owl monkey. Owl monkeys are one of the only apes that remain faithful to each other. The male owl monkey is the primary caregiver to its offspring. They often play with their children, feed them, and also teach them the ways of the jungle. Some research says that the more a male participates in parental duties, the more likely he is to stay faithful to his companion.
Numero uno. Number uno. Number 8. One do. Okati. Onne. Number 1. The black vulture. The black vulture is number 1 on our list because they are not only monogamous for life, but they also actively persecute cheaters in their midst. Black vultures live in tightly knit communities. Parents take turns to incubate eggs and provide food to their fledglings. What is fascinating about this bird is that they attack other vultures that are participating in extra pair copulation. This is an attempt to increase monogamy and decrease promiscuous behavior. This in turn helps increase survival in chicks.
The foremost obligation of any animal is to reproduce and maintain the delicate balance of life. The family structure isn't very common in the animal kingdom, and only a few species do this.
Still, not all members of the species are faithful. It depends on the qualities of the individual.
Thank you for watching this video.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
We make videos every week, so subscribe for more.
If you want to let us know anything or would like to know anything, let us know in the comments below.
To see our last video, click here. Bye! See you next week!